Alright, what's up guys? Back with another truck video. Today we're gonna try to paint match my front Ford badge. And I'm by no means a professional, but I've seen a couple videos and I want to get the oval to be gloss black to match with the rest. And my buddy Jackson, his truck, he got paint matched once, and so he kind of inspired me to do it to mine too. Alright, so the materials you're gonna need are pretty simple. Whatever color you want to do your badge. So I'm going with just gloss black. And this is an all-in-one paint and primer. So it sticks to plastic, metal, anything. Just make sure you clean and sand your surface before. We'll show you that later. And then a gloss clear coat. That's just to make it a little stronger so it's more resistant on rock chips. Some plastic JB Weld, which you'll see why we need that later for some of the plastic rivets we're going to be taking apart. And then I got some masking tape. I'm not sure if we'll use it or not, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to have. So first step to painting is getting the front grille removed. That way we can access the badge and disassemble it. So first thing we're going to do to get the grille off is grab a flathead, and you're going to come up to all of these little push rivet things and pry them off with your flathead. Pretty easy, it doesn't take too much force, just like that. And you're just going to go along and get them all out. That way we can remove this entire plastic cover and get to the back of the grille. Alright, so we got all these little rivet things off. There's probably like about a dozen. If you want a better video of removing the grille, look at someone else's video. But now this plastic cover just comes off like that. You can set it aside, and we have more access to these. I think they're 10 millimeters. We're gonna take all those off so we can remove the rest of the grille. All right, so like I said, just get yourself a little 10 millimeter. It'll help if you have a ratchet like this, just for getting in the angles for a couple of these bolts. So if you have a smaller ratchet, try to use that. But if not, you can probably squeeze one in. And just hit all of these 10 millimeters and get those off. And then there's gonna be two, one on each side. Right behind here, you can see they've kind of made a divot so that you can fit a ratchet in there. And you're gonna want to take that one out. And so I don't know exactly how many there are, but if you want a detailed video on that, like I said, there's a couple videos on YouTube, you can search it out. So just pop these off and we'll get back. All right, so I forgot to mention there's two more hidden 10 millimeters. If you grab a flathead and come down to the bottom slats, you'll see there's this cover that covers up another set of 10 millimeters, one on each side. So this is what it looks like before you pop it off. You just want to get your flathead in here, and it's going to take a little bit of force, but kind of work it this way and pop it this direction, and the cap will just pop off. And then you'll have access to both those 10 millimeters. And then once we get those two 10 millimeters out, we should be ready to pull the whole grille outwards. Alright, so we took a little break to hang out. We got a little F250 party going on. But we got all the screws and rivets off. And so you just kind of want to give it a tug, and they're one-way little push rivets. You just got to pull on them. And but don't pull too hard because there's still wires connecting your camera and little washer fluid. So you just want to pull enough to just pop them out. And then I'm going to disconnect these wires, and then I'll be able to pull the whole grille out. So we'll get back once we have the entire grille removed. All right, so we got the whole grille off. We removed the wires and the little water tube. And so we came to the back of the tailgate. That way we can have some space to work. We're gonna take our 10 millimeter again, and we're gonna get these screws off, and that'll release the entire emblem assembly. And then we're gonna have a Torx bit to pull off the water shooter, and then we'll have more access to the rest of the badge that we have to take apart then. So it's a couple stages to taking this thing apart. Kind of a pain, but just be careful when you do it because you don't want to damage the camera system or the water sprayer system. So let's just get to removing the bolts and then pulling out the emblem. So we got the badge off. Now we got to take this little assembly off, and it's two Torx 27 head. So you just want to unscrew that, and then this camera assembly should come out. All right, so this little washer fluid thing was a pain to get off. You have to pop this cover out of these two little holes just by prying on these plastic tabs. Be very gentle with it, you don't want to break it, but you have to get that cover off. That way you can slide the entire washer mechanism through the badge and remove it. So I hope I explained that properly. It was kind of difficult, so I didn't film it, but it might help to have an extra set of hands to pry these open with maybe a flathead, and then this little tab will pop out and you can remove the whole thing. So now we got it all taken apart. we got to take the badge apart now. Okay, so in order to get this badge disassembled, these are all plastic rivets that are done by melting from the factory. So if you want to repaint your chrome piece, you're gonna have to remove all of the black rivets and the blue rivets. But if you just want to repaint the oval, the blue oval, like I'm gonna do, then just remove all of the blue rivets because that's the same plastic piece. So I'm gonna take a lighter to it and a razor and try to just break all of these, and then we're gonna reinstall it with that plastic JB weld. So that's why we bought that, as we showed earlier in the video. So it's gonna take a little bit of time, but be patient and try not to cut yourself. So we're gonna get back to you once we have some of these rivets off and take the oval off. Okay, now that we got all of the blue rivets off, your pieces are gonna come out the one main oval, and then you're gonna have the outline oval, and then there's this one piece that fills in the little circles inside of the letters, this piece. So what we're gonna wanna do is get some fine sandpaper and rough up all of the surfaces that we're planning to paint, and then we'll get back once we have sandpapered all of these pieces down. All right, so you can see I got some sandpaper. I don't know what grit it is. Just find whatever fine grit you have and just scuff it up like this. It's kind of cringy and it hurts to do it, but you don't want it to be gloss like that because it's not gonna stick, the paint's not gonna adhere as well. You gotta give it more abrasion so that it has something to stick to. That way we're gonna do this to all of these other pieces, and then we'll get ready to paint it. So for now, we're just gonna sand away. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but we'll get back once they're all sanded. All right, so we're gonna start off with the Krylon Fusion all-in-one paint and primer, the gloss black, like I showed y'all earlier. Just get some cardboard or something to set it on, and you're gonna wanna do multiple layers. I'm probably gonna do like maybe three to 5 layers, depending on how thick this sprays. And but you want to be pretty light on each layer because you don't want to see the spots on how it's dripping. So we're just gonna hit it with a couple layers, and then we'll show progress as we do layers. All right, so now we're just gonna hit it with some paint. All right, so we've hit it with like 1.5, 2 layers, and we let it dry. We're gonna hit it with another layer now. As you can see, each layer, the black is gonna get more full, and it's gonna cover up the scuff marks from when we scratched up the logos at the beginning. So I'm gonna keep going until I've completely covered up the scratch marks, and then I'll probably do one more layer on top of that, and then we'll clear coat it. So we'll just do another layer and then get back with you. All right, so we've done about 3 to 4 layers, and you can see the paint is starting to look a little bit more clean. Still gotta hit it with the clear coat, but you can see the scratches are gone, and now we're left with a little bit of an orange peel. So the clear coat should take care of the rest of the texture, but I'm probably gonna do one more layer of gloss black just to make sure that it's, you know, nice and thick, and then we'll hit it with the clear coat and then start reassembling. So we've done about 6 layers of this. I'm gonna hit it with one more layer. It's starting to get a little bit later in the afternoon, so I wanna leave myself time to clear coat it. But after this layer dries, I'm gonna hit it with one more and then get some clear coat onto it too. All right, so now we got the same Krylon all-in-one clear coat, gloss clear, that we're gonna hit all of these pieces with to give it a couple sealant layers. Probably gonna do like maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4, I don't know. I'm not sure how thick the clear coat's gonna apply, so I'm just gonna play it by layer. But it's coming out pretty good. After that, we're just gonna have to JB weld it together and reassemble the grill, and we should be done. All right, so now we're gonna hit it with the first layer of clear coat. All right, so we're gonna let it dry, but you wanna make sure not to overspray clear coat. It's a little bit trickier than paint because you can't quite see where it's spraying because it's clear, obviously. So just do as much as you think you need to do, but don't, do the same amount that you do with the paint so that you don't overdo it and get drip marks. We're just gonna let it dry and then come back and repeat a couple layers just like we did with the paint. So we'll get back once we're done with the clear coat. All right, so it's getting dark, so I'm gonna try to wrap up the video, but I got some JB Weld plastic bonder, and I'm gonna put that on the back of this badge along the rivets and reassemble the badge, put it all back together, this should dry in like 20 minutes, and then we can reassemble the entire grill. I probably won't get back to you guys till tomorrow to show you once it's all finished and installed, because it's just getting dark. So we'll get back together whenever it's all installed. All right, so we're here in the kitchen now. I just finished putting on some JB Weld plastic bonder on each of the original rivets where we broke them off. So as you can see, I just put a little bit of splotches all over the outside little oval as well as the blue oval rivets, and just covered them back up. So basically, rather than having rivets, we've got plastic JB Weld. So it should hold. I'm not worried about it. I just gotta let it dry. It says that it's gonna dry in 15 minutes, but I'll probably give it 30 minutes to an hour to fully cure before I start assembling the grill again. But once it cures, we'll get back and we'll start assembling the grill and putting the whole front end back together so that we can check it out on the truck. Alright guys, so it's all put back together. Tell me what y'all think. I feel like it should have came like this from the factory. It matches the platinum trim perfectly now, especially with the black exterior. I'm really liking the way it looks. When you get close up to it, you can see a little bit of orange peel. I'm gonna polish that. I just wanna let the clear coat cure fully before I get to polishing anything. So I'll give it a couple days. Besides that, that's pretty much it. Let me know what y'all think about the side ones. Maybe I'll do the outside piece gloss black and leave the letters chrome. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about also doing the mirror caps and the door handles. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I want to see how glossy I can get it to look after I polish it, and maybe add a little bit of wax or ceramic coating to it, give it a little bit more gloss. But I mean, it's not like, you know, body shop paint match, but it's pretty good for a rattle can. Especially being black, it's pretty easy to match. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. The main reason I wanted to do this front one black on chrome is because when you come over here to the rear, I got a custom billet badge made with my last name on it, black on chrome. So I just wanted the rear and the front badges to kind of be the same colorway and contrast. But maybe I can do something with this platinum tailgate too, black, and leave the letters chrome or something like that. I'm not sure. Just give me some ideas in the comments. I want to keep kind of this platinum aluminum trim looking style, but I don't care necessarily for like the chrome on the door handles and the mirrors. So just let me know what you guys think, and I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned something. I'll probably be posting another video if I end up color matching some other pieces. So let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.